Let's go to the top of the first of this Hunter & Warren Sussex tournament clash at Upper Memory Park in Newton and watch Newton pitcher Chelsea Homa get the strikeout here for the third-seeded Braves to set down number 6 Warren Hills in order. Okay, Amy DeFeo of Newton sparks the Braves here in the bottom half of the frame with this single to left to lead things off for the Braves. And Newton eventually loads the bases for catcher Jolyn Ferrari, and she comes through with his RBI sac fly to left as Daniel DeFeo, who reached on a walk, scores, and Newton takes a quick 1-0 lead after 1 inning. Okay, Kelly Bethune of Warren Hills puts runners on the corners for the Blue Streaks with this bunt, and Warren Hills is set up with no outs here in the top of the second. All right, here's the turning point of the game, folks. Kelsey Halloran of Warren Hills hits his grounder to third, and it looks like we're all tied at 1, but the umpires call her out for interference. She's out, and the run does not count, and it remains 1-0 Newton. And then Newton pitcher Chelsea Homa ends the thread here with this strikeout, and the Braves hold on to their 1-0 lead. Wow, what a turnaround. Okay, Newton's defense was tough all day. Watch first baseman Sam Hoffman stop this smash, and then beat Abby Jeffers of Warren Hills to the bag to end the top of the fourth. All right, Chelsea Homa came up with big pitches all game for Newton, and she gets one right here as she registers the strikeout with runners on first and second to end the top of the fifth with the Braves protecting their 1-0 lead. Jess Cannon of Newton gets the Braves going here in the bottom of the fifth with this hard single to center, and she alertly takes second on the throw to third, and the Braves have 2 runners in scoring position. And once again, Jolyn Ferrari comes through in the clutch. This time she laces his RBI single to left to chase home Danielle DeFeo, who had singled, and Newton takes an all-important 2-0 lead over the Blue Streaks. Warren Hills wasn't ready to lay down, folks. Watch Kristen Rosamilia launch this rocket to the gap in left center. She hustles all the way to third base for a leadoff triple in the top of the sixth for the Blue Streaks. And Rosamilia scores here as Newton mishandles this hard grounder by Megan Kohler, and Warren Hills trails by 1, 2-1. But Chelsea Homa and the Braves bear down and hold on to the lead as Homa gets this pop-up to Ferrari to end the game in the seventh as the Braves advance to the Hunter & Warren Sussex quarterfinals next weekend against Del Val with a hard-fought 2-1 victory.
It's a great win for us. We get to advance in the county tournament, and Chelsea did really great, and then our bats were coming around too, which they weren't as much in the beginning of the year, but our bats are coming along a lot better now.
For us to start off with the win's really good, and we kind of scared ourselves with only winning 2-1, but it'll be nice to play next week and to keep the wins going into next week where we have a really big week.
It was a really good win. I mean, we only won 2-1, but gets us into the next round in the tournament.
Wish we could have opened the score up a little more, but we played decent D. We got the runs when we needed, and they had enough confidence in their D and Chelsea, and they bared down when they needed to. It shows some character right there and something we need to do.
Newton pitcher Chelsea Homa was outstanding today as she worked the corners and had 12 strikeouts and only gave up 3 hits.
I felt really good. My curveball's been off lately, but today it was working, and my high screwballs, they were swinging at them. So a lot of my pitches were working, and I was able to work the corners because the umpire was good too. So
Chelsea was really on today. She did really a great job shutting them down. She only let up a few hits and a few walks, but the defense came through for her and held them to only the 1 run when the runners did get on. So she did very well today.
Pretty much every pitch for her works. Sometimes her changeup is a little scary, but her screwball is her best pitch by far. And her curveball was working well a lot today. He was calling the outside corner. And we don't usually get that, so he was a good umpire.
She was hitting her spots extremely well. Even the 1 or 2 walks she gave up, I thought they were very nice spots for the pitches, and they laid off them. We laid off it, and then we get pumped out in that. I'd be yelling at the girls, but they did a nice job hitting. She did a nice job hitting the corners, and her curveball was really kept them on their heels a little bit all day. They couldn't quite get the bat on that one.
Jolyn Ferrari's called upon to drive in a lot of runs for this Newton team, and she did today with a sac fly and a big RBI single in the fifth.
I had 2 strikes at the first at-bat, and Cook has this thing where we have to choke up and change our whole swing. So I did, and then I connected with it, so that got me the first RBI. Second one, I don't know. I knew she was going to throw a changeup either first or second pitch, so I just waited for it and got another one.
She had both RBIs for us today. She's been hitting the ball well all season. She's up around 500, and that's what we expect out of her. All 3 of those girls right in there, they could all drive the ball deep, and they're starting to believe that, and they're starting to do that. So the bat's heating up with the season winding down. Every game's more important as the one before, and have Jolyn swinging the bat like that, it gives me and our team a lot of confidence.
At the top of the Braves order is Amy and Danielle DeFeo. They do a lot to get the Braves going, and Danielle DeFeo scored both runs today for the Braves.
I just try to get on base as much as possible, and if I don't get on base, then my sister will get on base. And it's pretty much like even if she gets on base, then I'll bunt her over. It's just we both work really well at the top of the lineup because either one of us, one at a time, will get on base.
They're a nice little mix right there. Danielle used to be a leadoff, but she's a little better bunter and a little more speed than Amy. And Amy hits some line drives all over the place. So it's easy for her to get on base than Danielle could bunt her around and still get on base with that. So it's a nice 1-2 punch, and they enjoy it because they're sisters and they're funny like that. So it's a good mix, and then we have the power right behind them. So either one of those get on, we have a good chance of scoring a run.
This win pushes the Braves into the quarterfinals of the Hunter and Warren Sussex tournament, but they also have the Freedom Division and the state tournament to look forward to as well.
I think we just got, we're starting to get hot again. The loss to Lenape the other day was a little hard on us, but we're starting to, get on a roll again, and hopefully we'll just carry the momentum through to the states and county and through the county tournament and the Freedom Division, too.
We have 4 games next week and then a game right after our prom, so we're all trying to stay focused because we have so many games, and we're all keeping each other in the games. And we're all trying to stay positive, and with states coming up, we really want to win it this year instead of just hitting the semifinals.
We've been trying to team bond. That's a big thing. So I think the more we mesh well together, the better we'll play together, and the farther we'll go in states in the tournament, and hopefully if we could win our section.
It's a lot to deal with, and they're starting to look at the computer and see where state lineups are coming around. So they're thinking about it a lot. You got to kind of remove yourself from what each game means and just play them one day at a time. And it's tough to get that into high school players' head, but they're taking it in stride. And I think they're gonna do a nice job with focusing on who we're playing next and not who we're playing down the road.